Hey back, it's me Ian. And in today's video, well, I'm continuing my look at classic Doctor Who. And this is Dragonfire from 1987. Now previously, we'd had Delta and the Bannerman. And the next one will be Remembrance of the Daleks. Now this is season 24. It's the fourth story and the last one. They've really cut back now in this era, I'm afraid. The number of stories is much less. And it's 3 episodes long. And it was transmitted between the 23rd of November to the 7th of December 1987, and it's written by Ian Briggs, who does write another Doctor Who story, and a highly regarded one as well, which is The Curse of Fenric from 1989. So he just did 2 stories for Doctor Who. The script editor is Andrew Cartmel, and it's directed by Chris Clough, who previously had directed Terror of the Vervoids, The Ultimate Foe, 1986, and of course Delta and the Bannerman, 1987, and he's going to direct the Happiness Patrol, 1988, and also Silver Nemesis, 1988. And of course, the series is produced by John Nathan Turner. So let's get into the cast. We've got Sylvester McCoy as the 7th Doctor, Bonnie Langford as Mel Bush, Sophie Alfred as Ace, and then we've got Tony Selby as Sabalon Glitz, and we've got Edward Peel, who plays Kane. Edward Peel was in Oh Lucky Man, 1973, Force 10, from Navarro, 1978, Britannia Hospital again, a film that pops up, 1982, and Lassiter, 1984. And then if you look, you see that he's very much a TV series actor and some TV films. Very recognisable face, lots of series. Then we've got Patricia Gwynn, who plays Bellas. She was in Up the Front, 1972. She was in The Alf Garnett Saga, which is also 1972. She was in Adolf Hitler, My Part in His Downfall, which was 1974. She was in The Rocky Horror Picture Show, 1975. Hawk the Slayer, 1981. Shock Treatment, 1981. And she was in Monty Python's Meaning of Life, 1983. Yes, you can't beat Monty Python, and that is fantastic, his Meaning of Life. And she was also in The Lords of Salem, which is 2012. And then, again, a lot of TV series and TV films. Then we've got Tony Ozabar, who plays Krakaku. Um, Now, previously in Doctor Who, it was in Destiny of the Daleks, 1979, and Kill the Moon, 2014, which is actually not a very good episode, I don't think. It did receive mixed reviews, but it's not a good episode in my opinion. But that's 2014. So a lot of TV series. The most notable film that he appeared in was Who Dare Wins, which is 1982. That was the SAS film, based on a true story. So that is the cast. So what is all this about? Now, this criminal Kane is exiled on the planet Savaratos. Oh, just for 3,000 years. That's all, that ago, 3,000 years ago. Hey, you're on this planet. Fine. And he seeks to find the power source for his prison ship, because the planet is a prison ship. But it's now a trading post colony, and it's called Ice World. Yes, Ice World. Not Iceland, not for your shopping, but it's Ice World. Yes. You can do some trading. I suppose you can do some shopping there. So he can. He hopes that he can use this as the do. It's amazing how they often do. So he can return to his own planet. Yes. This is... there it is. It's Doctor Who. Come on. So that is the story. What do I think of this story? I think a lot of people rate this higher than what we've had before. And I can see more. It looks better, I think, as well. Though I always say they do a good job on what they've got. And this does look really good. The sets are absolutely fantastic. I'm still not saying too much over there about the story. And it's an important episode in terms of we see the departure of Mel. And the screaming, she doesn't scream as much in this. Yes, there's one scream, I think, at the beginning. And then, thank heavens, that's it. She's gone. And then we've got, well, with this story. And it's interesting that she leaves in a very sort of low-key way. There's no sort of tears, farewells. She's gone. Oh, I'm off now. Off you go. Well, goodbye. Goodbye there. And then we've got the introduction of Ace. And of course, Ace is very much loved character. She's kind of a breath of fresh air, really, to this old series of Doctor Who. And you can see why. She's young, she's different, she's not the typical Doctor Who companion. And that's what I think made her stand out. And the writers, I think, were aware of this. They wanted a different companion to what we had previously. So that is great. Absolutely great. Now, this story does have some controversy around it. Well, let me talk about the controversy. First, the cliffhanger at the end of episode 1, where we see the Doctor hanging down by his umbrella. It's a great image, but what the people were saying, well, he's just created that. He was all right up there. Why did he just climb down and just almost look as if he deliberately just hang in there for the end, cliffhanger? That's what it looked like. I think that's why people saw it. But it looked, people thought, hey, that's a great cliffhanger, so we'll put that down. And I think people just saw that, and it was certainly a criticism of this. And the other thing, which of course Doctor Who always comes, I think, to some extent for criticism, it always has done through its series, but sometimes it's more graphic nature, which some people don't like because they would say, well, it's meant for children. And it is, of course, the death of Cain, where we see his face, quite a frightening situation, when it's sort of disintegrating, and it looks quite frightening. But does it? Kids, I think sometimes people are a bit, with kids like a lot of this stuff. This is what the power of Doctor Who is. But of course, people say, "Oh no, it's too graphic." But you look at it and you think, "Well, it's not that bad, is it really?" Doctor Who has always suffered this, I'm afraid, at certain points. And this just popped up again. It's almost like every so often, oh, we've got to try and attack Doctor Who. Oh, I know. Let's do this. There's what they consider a graphic scene. But you could point out loads more, possibly throughout the series, going right back and saying, well, that death, looks pretty bad sometimes, frightening. But kids like to be frightened. I don't understand it. I mean, I loved it. As a child, I had no worries about it. It don't mean that we're all psychos or something because we've been affected by seeing this and it's been a bad influence on us. Enjoying it. Crikey. So, but I nearly went into full rant mode there. So we had that. And say the cliffhanger. So when you look at this story, how does it think? I think because the season hasn't been that strong. We've not had some great stories. We've had some pretty bad stories to some extent. This just seems a step up, and I can see that. I can see it. But I think maybe to me, watching it now, as I've enjoyed all these things, but the way this one is talked about more, it's kind of, it seems almost, I hate using this phrase, but I'll use it, overrated, because I think people have picked this one out because Ace is introduced, and she is a well-loved character, and quite rightly so. And it's the end of Mel, which was the opposite end of the scale. People were glad that she was gone. So I think that's why it sticks in the consciousness of this season. And it is, of course, a season finale. And, it seems to have all gone by pretty quickly in many ways, as it has, because the number of episodes has been reduced. And they're now 3-parters. It's 3 parts. So I think this is why this episode is looked at better. It's not a bad episode. No, I don't get me wrong. And I think you look at Sylvester McCoy, he's playing this role still very much a comedic way, it seems to me, still. But there will be, I think, when the writers now get in there and making a shift in his character, which will make it better, I think, to some extent. But as I say, I think this episode is liked for very much those reasons. But I mean, I like the idea of the ice planet. The ice planet is a great idea, and the spaceship idea and the designs of it look fantastic. Um, the monster that we see is okay as well. It's okay. It's not too rubbery. um, but yeah. This is just on a personal level. I can see exactly why people do like this episode more, and but I've enjoyed it. I mean, I've enjoyed even the bad stuff sometimes. You can't help it if you're a classic Who fan, but you do have to be recognised that they're not always as good. And this era seems to be, at the moment, as we know, it does get so much better. It's like this idea. There's a lot of good ideas in the script. Definitely, there's some great ideas, and it doesn't seem to be quite fulfilled as it should do. But I think experience along the way will show that these scripts can be fulfilled on the screen, that we actually get a good story with good direction. And don't forget, the direction is just as important as well. And we get all that, I think, coming out in later stories, but I like this, and I can see exactly why this story is more well thought of. And yeah, that's it, I think, really. I think, yeah, well, I can't say anymore. I enjoyed returning to this story, and it's well worth looking at. Definitely. So, yeah, before I go, I'll just show you what I normally do, which is my DVD copy. There we are, Dragonfire, and there we are. A documentary is excellent on here as well. And look at that. Lovely illustration. The disc, beautiful. And then this lovely little insert that we always get, which I rather like. And then, of course, here we are again. Season 24. This will be the last time you see this as we move on to the next season. There it is again. And this also has more extended cuts. So this was released in 2021 on Blu-ray, as I say, part of this. And I should have mentioned that the DVD was 2012. And before that, the VHS days. We can't forget the VHS days, can you? 1994. It was released in 1994. So it's gone right through to this. And this is this sort of beautiful. I absolutely love these Doctor Who collections. Absolutely love them. And even, the weaker stories, it doesn't matter. I really like them on this. But we get more extended cuts on here, and also documentaries which are more in depth as well. It's a great package, and highly recommended, definitely. So that's it, really. Hope you've enjoyed it. Now, if you like this video, please give this video a like. It's good for my channel because it gets it out onto YouTube, and then other people can enjoy it. So please do that. And if you have any comments as well, please put your comments down. I'll always reply to your comments. Yeah, I always do. And also, if you are new, please subscribe. You're new to my channel. You can see all the previous reviews I've done for Doctor Who in the playlists. And you might find other things that you enjoy, because on my channel, I do a lot of reviews of films and, of course, TV shows. all with a very nostalgic bent. And that's it, really. Yeah, that's it. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.